So nice kick off. Yeah. He'll be here for once. So early ball to Kyle James there. Clears out that ruck well. Turnover there. Jack Burton knocks on their Terrigal with their first real attacking ball. They're straight into the Lakes half here. It's a little knock on to Terrigal there, but there's no advantage. So look for a Terrigal scrum, halfway, running right to left. So 35-minute halves in Premier 2. Still pretty heavy wind down here. Terrigal have stacked their left-hand side here, so they've got a 4-on-3 overlap. Be interesting to see which way they do go. We've got Andrew Gowling to feed the scrum. Look for Andrew Gowling and Harry Hughes to really direct Terrigal around the park today. A really good 9 and 10 combination sees them be undefeated coming into the finals. And again, the winner of this game goes straight into the grand final in 2 weeks' time. The loser will be playing Avoca Beach next weekend. The number 8 picks it. He has a really good run there. His name is Salapopo Panmata. He passes the ball away there. Terrigal straight on the attack with their first real taste of the ball early on. Lakes get the turnover there and they win the penalty. It's a nice kick for touch there by Alec Herridge. I think he looked for the Lakes yellowed either to jump at 1 to Kyle James or maybe out the back to Max Camden. They've gone with a 4-man line out here and Kyle James wins that. It's a little bit sloppy. Liam Baker dives on the ball, still all over the place. Michael Ahern passes out to Ben Garrett. Ben Garrett with the ball. Strong initial first contact from Terrigal. Have the Lakes pinned in their own half here. Liam Baker, I think he'll go for the box kick. No, he passes it away to Max Camden. Max Camden takes the first run there. Kyle James is a much smaller man. He knocks the ball backwards, the referee says, so that's a good call there by her. Lakes going backwards. Michael Aghern passes the ball, long ball out to Ben Garrett. Ben Garrett's away and the ball has been ruled forward. So Terrigal with the scrum, 22 metres out from the Lakes line. So Lakes really need to defend up here. Terrigal have had the ball once and they've looked really dangerous with it. Let's see if that number 8 will take another run for himself here. Worked really well the first time. He's letting the ball come out. He pops it out to Andrew Gowling. Andrew Gowling shows himself. Met hard by some Lakes defence there. Terrigal reset. It's a bit of a solid tackle there. It wasn't high. Sully Popo there with a hit up. Andrew Gowling leaves the ball in the back. There's a counter ruck by Lakes there. Is a ball turned over? Lakes ball here to Ben Garrett. Ben Garrett makes some nice inroads there. Lakes really need to get out of their red zone. Michael Ahern there. Passes the ball. That's a great kick. He pushes Terrigal into their own 22. Look for Terrigal just to play smart footy here. That's what he does. He clears the ball out there. So we'll be looking at a Lakes line out just on the 50-metre line. It's a little bit sloppy the first line out. Lakes did win it, but it was a bouncing ball. See if they can get two hands on it in the air and bring it down. Jack Oakhurst there with a nice carry. Pass out to Michael Ahern. Pass out to Zachary Christensen. He's going sideways. Great tackle there. Terrigal straight over the ball. Lakes managed to hang on to it. Liam Baker hits Mackenzie Zammit. Mackenzie Zammit with a nice strong carry there. Todd Atkins got away with a little play on the half back there. It's a nice kick. So Lakes are looking to pin that corner as much as they can. Matthew Lay with a nice clearing kick there. So not as far as before. I'd say Lakes line out around the 40-metre line. Nice little trick play there to the Lakes. So Kyle James catches the front ball at 5. Pass out to Michael Ahern. Zachary Christensen here. Fends off one. Beats a second. Jack Croucher here taking the ball up. Liam Baker out to Maxwell Camden again. Has been everywhere so far in the first 13 minutes. Michael Ahern down the sideline. I think that's forward. No, Johnny Sinington. Nice pop pass there to Liam Baker. And that's a turnover there. So, Lakes play some attacking footy. Terrigal will be working the way out of their half. I think Terrigal, the way they play, they'll just pin this corner and try and work the Lakes in their own half of the field. Back with my co-commentator, Chris. He's back.
I had to duck out for a sec.
So
Let's call the old pub.
A lot of running. I went to the pub last week, $3 schooners. How good is that?
Gotta love Wallway pubs. $3 schooner, that's back
$3
to like
schooner,
the...
yeah. Went and bought me and Scotty a beer.
Hang on.
She goes, $6, and I said, 6, no, I wanted 2, and she goes, yeah, they're 3 each. I was like, do you really want to go back to the game, Scotty, or what?
It's past midday and it's past Colts game. We can talk about beer, can't we?
Just can't bring it in. Whatever's in the Coke bottle, doesn't matter. Could be bourbon in there. Always a lot of feeling between these two teams.
It's always a quick game.
Yeah.
The Lakes
the
yellow side?
The Lakes team with a postcode similar to Terrigal. Definitely not from 2263. I think the outside centre, he's a player to watch. The current Wallabies captain, Michael Hooper's younger brother. Really strong ball runner, good defender, and general all-round good player. Played some rep footy in Manly as well.
I saw him play on the wing for Terrigal.
First grade, yeah. How'd you
go? Really strong.
Yep.
I thought he's actually wasted on the wing.
Yeah, okay.
So I know he's played some pretty high-level footy.
Yeah.
I've got to give a shout-out too for the number 1 for the Lakes, is Mackenzie Zammit. Like, only young bloke, came through the Colts system, or only just is still in the Colts system.
Yeah, he's playing...
Under 17s last year.
He's playing Colts for the Lakes Yellow next weekend and last weekend. Probably one of the top props in the Colts competition as well. So.
And he was new to rugby as well.
Yeah, he's played a fair bit of league as well, like Roosters reps and stuff like that. So he's out there with the big boys today. It's a great line out. Josh Cotter off the top. No idea any of these guys' names. Josh Cotter again taking a nice run there. Good leg drive on him. He's pushed straight over. Andrew Gowling gets it straight out. Terrigal just look good with ball in hand, and they don't force an error. There goes a headgear.
That's the world's biggest headgear throw I've seen.
That went about
don't worry about the
meters.
tackle. We're still looking at the headgear. It's still rolled.
That's hit the tennis fence on the full, and it was thrown from near us.
And that is almost on the plubber's nest. So whoever wants to go and get that is going to have dramas.
That's the play of the day so far. Don't care about any of the tries. That is a play of the day.
And I've just seen the Terrigal ball boy.
Owen Clark over there.
Owen Clark has got the headgear. Is that Sam Kenny as ball boy for Terrigal?
Yes,
on
it
this
is.
side?
Yep. So
pretty well experienced.
Luke Horrigan's headgear nearly became a tennis ball that went that far.
Sam? That winger is getting smashed by the plubbers in the far side. I don't know if you can see it.
Johnny Symington has come into the centres because he does not want to get swooped. It's probably because
The switched.
It's probably because the top of his hair's dyed that blonde. They think it's a nest. Alec
good
Harridge
run.
here passes the ball on to Matthew Langhan. Ben Garrett down the sideline. Nice kick. It's held up in the wind.
It's going to hold up the
He
wind.
called the mark. He called the mark.
Yeah, I don't think that was the best option there. I think ball in hand.
Yeah, but the wind is going against him as well, so this kick shouldn't go too far. So short arm here. He doesn't have to kick it. He can tap it and run. Is that right?
You can tap and run, so if he kicks it.
Does he not have to tap it before he kicks anymore? They changed that rule, did they? I thought it was a short arm.
No, off the mark, it's not a short arm, it's a mark.
Okay, I thought a mark was a short arm.
No, a mark's a mark and a short arm's a short arm.
But he can tap it though. off the
Stixie will
mark.
text me. He can tap it.
Okay.
Stixie, I'm sure Stixie
It's
will
one of
text me
those
and let me
things
know.
that
But
doesn't really matter.
and I know the Terrigal third grade are probably still in the pub, and we'll get a message soon.
John Symington there, a bit of a late shot. The Lakes boys are going to not worry about that and play on with the game. I think the guy you've got to look out for Lakes today is their fullback, Alec Herridge. He's played a lot of football for Terrigal. Here he is now. He's beat one, he's beat two.
Nice
he passes
pass.
the ball up to Zach Christensen.
Past
and
the
he is-
blind.
He's still going.
So the backs are screaming for this ball.
Jack Akos there, Chewy with the ball. Terrigal straight over. I think they forced a turnover there. They have. What penalty? Not releasing. So he was a tackler and he just didn't release the ball. Wonder if Lakes will go for points here. Oh, they've gone the quick tap. Liam Baker out to Alec Herridge. Alec Herridge has crossed the line. Alec Herridge makes Terrigal pay again. Last few years he's come over to the Lakes and plenty of tries scored against them. So nice try there. He'll be able to convert his own. Try and convert his own try.
I think he'll try, because that wind is just blowing up a gale again.
He
It just
can
comes
kick
and
as
goes.
well. I think Terry will be
Somebody's-
filthy. They let him go. Or left.
Okay, the texts are coming in. Now, there was a bloke who used to coach a Rimba called Brett Marchant. And he's having a crack at me about needing a rule book in front of me.
Did he give you an answer?
Well, he didn't give me an answer. And can I correct you, Brett, if you're listening? They're not rules, they're laws in rugby.
Oh, that's the worst too, when you yell out to the ref, someone yells out in your team, learn the rules, and he goes, they're laws, and you just shuts you straight up. That's every ref's dream, to have someone tell him, learn the rules, and it's actually laws.
So, Marcho, learn the laws of rugby. Thanks, mate.
So a nice early try when Avoca beat why do I keep calling them Avoca? They're so close to each other, they're complete opposite colours.
So, Lakes 5, Terrigal 0, 21 minutes to play.
That's
Kick
great,
to come.
Great work from Zach Christensen there,
So,
holding the ball on the tee.
That's what Lakes should have done in the last game.
Yeah.
When the ball, if those who weren't watching, the ball fell off the tee. And
Trick question, it falls off the tee, who picks it up to kick it? Whoever's closest?
well, I'd say so. And that is just held up in the wind.
Yeah.
That didn't even come close, that kick.
No. So 5-0 to the Lakes. We are 15 minutes in and we have a response. Oh. The wind's just blowing straight across. It's not behind either team's back. It's coming straight into our faces here in the box. Harry Hughes with the kickoff there. Liam Baker there. Nice clearing kick.
I think teams or clubs have changed tactics this week. None of the first grade teams are here
Too early.
Yeah, too early. I think last week they were getting in a bit earlier.
Plupper's causing havoc again.
Plubbergate.
It's a really strong carry there by Jared Burnett. Andrew Gowling gets the ball out, passes wide. Great shoot up by Liam Baker there. The ball's on the ground. Jared there with the ball again. Nice tidying up of the ruck there. And there's a slight knock on there to Andrew Gowling. I think there's a bit of a counter ruck at the same time as he went to pick it up, so just a little bobble in there. Lake scrum 24 metres out from their own line.
Lake's really quick off the line, aren't they? Which you'd expect.
I think they have to be.
Yeah.
You give Terrigal too much space, they can make you pay. So the Hornsby girls are coming in. It'll be a cracking game in the women's today. A few of the Lakes third grade players backing up today for the Lakes second grade, so see when they get on if they're still feeling okay and add that impact.
Strong scrum from Terrigal there.
So she's called 90 degrees, so it'll just be a re-scrum. It's not the old rules anymore.
Which is a shame, in a way.
Because it sort of doesn't reward a dominant scrum.
It doesn't reward a dominant scrum, no.
But then you get some teams that were purposely wheeling it as well, so sort of catch-22 in that aspect.
So if you're dominant, you just still got to push straight.
You just got to go
straight.
straight.
You can't wheel it around.
Beautiful day down here at Woiwuri. A little bit chilly, but sun's out, dry weather footy.
That's a better scrum from Terrigal.
They've won that
So
one
the turnover? Yeah, that's a penalty.
So you're Terrigal here, wind going the right way for a kick. Would you take the shot or would you just want to pin it in the corner?
No, I'd ping it in the corner. Which they're doing.
So Harry Hughes pins it in the corner. Probably
Not
about
even over in the tennis courts.
15 metres out.
Owen, the oldest ball boy, is able to get the ball back. And get smashed by the
he
punters
didn't
again.
even flinch either. He just looked at it, come at me. Good win there. Terrigal retained the ball. Do you know how to pronounce his name? Is it Sully? Sully Popo? Salipo? We'll just call him Popo.
I think it's Salipo.
I'll call him Popo for today.
Robbo or someone of the boys will surely text us and tell us anyway. If they can give us the phonetic pronunciation of that name.
So Luke Horrigan still hasn't got his headgear back on, the number 4. Is that a turnover? Slight knock on
I think it's a turnover. Yeah.
Knock on or held up? Knock on. So slight knock on to Terrigal. Lakes come away. So I think points might have been the better option there for Terrigal, but the way their scrum's going, they could easily win the ball back here.
So Kate Thompson refereeing. Again, probably unlucky not to get a Premier 1 game.
Yeah,
this
so
week.
last week she reffed third grade.
Yeah,
this week in seconds. And they're doing a bit of a rotation where Shannon did seconds last week and he's gone down to Colts, so those 3. But I do think she's unlucky not to be in that first division rotation with Tony and Scott Thornton.
Tony and Scotty are back again in first grade. Good scrum by Terrigal. That is driven straight.
And that's a
Is
try.
that a try?
No penalty for... I think the advantage would go there.
Yeah.
It's a tough one as well. So penalty for the second rower just trying to get the ball out with his hands.
Well, I'd pack a scrum here. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
I think if there's another infringement like that, hands on, either a penalty try or maybe even a yellow.
Terrigal going over here, push over try.
I think Lakes will
love to
collapse.
see
I
it.
think Lakes will collapse and it'll be a penalty try. I don't think Lakes will let them push him over. I think they'll just collapse on purpose before it gets to it. Can't say that.
Hang on, we've got someone from Terrigal here. Lee Sully, Terrigal legend, one of the better word. We need some pronunciation. Now, where are we?
Number 8.
Salipo?
Yep.
Popo?
Popo.
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 Right. And the 11 is...
We'll call him Yuli.
Lissy.
So Lee Sullivan's the coach of Terrigal Girls. As Terrigal punching the line here.
Are you commentating all this?
We are commentating. We're live. We're on the live stream, Sally.
Popo there with a nice run. He's being held up. The ball's out the back though before the maul was called.
We'll just wait and see what happens here, and then we'll ask Sully some questions
Nice
about...
long ball from the
Here
prop.
they'll go in here, won't they? Yeah. Good try. Terrigal Girls playing Hornsby Girls. How are we looking, Sully?
Yeah, we're looking good. We've worked pretty hard the last couple of weeks. Nothing to take away from Hornsby. They're the side that's beaten us this year, and we need to be on our game. They're really good. Got a really quick young winger and a very solid forward pack. So look, we're going to give it as best shot as we can, and we've prepared them as well as we can.
What do you reckon about the move from 7s to 10 this year? I know you've been up the North Coast coaching the last couple of years and winning premierships, but I think it's been a good move.
Oh, it's terrific. What's been probably the most difficult transition is from a 7s, which is a very open ad-lib style of game, to a very 10s, which is nearly close to 15s as in structured play. And the girls are, but all the teams, and it's been a credit to this whole competition, so fantastic. That they've really stepped up. It's been great, and every team's had 15-odd plus players, so future looks good.
Yeah, I think the 10s obviously allows other players to come in.
So a nice try there to Terrigal.
As Cole's talking actually about the game.
Yeah, sorry guys. He tries to add the extras. Is this Harry Hughes kicking or Andrew Gowling? I cannot see. I think it's Andrew Gowling. Or is it someone completely different?
I have no idea.
See how he goes. And he adds the extras. So score now is Terrigal 7, the Lakes 5. About 8 or 20 minutes into the first half. So 12 minutes to go. Conversion by number 11. Oops.
Do you still hear that?
So nice long kick out there, kick off. Terrigal happy to just kick it back and get out of their own red zone. John Symington lets the ball bounce. What can Symington do here? Passes short ball to Alec Harridge. Sure, the Lakes are not rolling away there. So Harry Hughes here to kick for touch. Put Terrigal on the attack inside the Lakes 40-metre line. It's a great kick. Is it going to find touch? Yes, it does. So about 25 metres out, Terrigal line out.
So still not a big crowd, but Terrigal have got their girls here, which is supporting them. The Evoca first grade side just walked in.
Just going to have to pay. Just pay it. So number 14 out here, we're going to call him Lessie. Looks like a flyer. If I'm correct, he played for a Rimba last year in the second grade team, come across to Terrigal this year. Some strong physical contact out there. Both teams want to have next week off and go straight to the grand final.
We're getting extra expert comedy from Lee Sullivan supporting Terrigal.
Ball pops out the back there. Mackenzie Zammit with the cover tackle. He rolls away. Luke Horrigan there with a strong carry. Andrew Gowling there takes a little snipe from halfback. Has he been held up? No, the ball's played at the back. Great tackle on the number 12, Jared. So the turnover, that is a penalty to Terrigal for the Lakes being offside. Up 7-5.
Would you take the points or keep going?
Look, you're up by 2. You'll be up by 5. Maybe a scrum. I think Lakes are buckling in those scrums. You've got a good chance of getting another penalty there anyway. So if it doesn't work, you can always take the shot after. I think that's a Lakes' first warning, possibly, for being offside. I know they want to get up in their face and put the shot on. They're just timing's just got to be a millisecond behind and they'll be fine. So they're taking the shot here. Number 11, who is Blake Irwin, will be taking the shot to add the extras.
So it's Lakes 5, Terrigal 7, 9 minutes to go. Mate, he's not in a rush to kick this, take the kick.
Yeah.
The number 11.
Have you ever seen a kick taken off someone for taking too much time? Being a goal kicker myself, they're always like, hurry up and take it. I've never seen a ref penalise you for it.
Now Macho's talking about laws or rules. I think my understanding is you've got a minute to kick it, or was that a conversion?
I think 90 seconds, from the time the try was scored, unless there's an injury. So
He pots that one easy.
yeah, so Blake Irwin adds the extras there. The score is Terrigal 10, the Lakes 5, 8 minutes to go in the first half. I don't think the backs have really seen the ball much for Terrigal. It's been nice and tight. Some of the Terrigal players, Josh Cotter, for example, has been outstanding so far, taken some really strong carries and been really good in the air. Nice kick off Ali Carriage, but I think that's going to hold up in the wind and go out, out on the full. So Terrigal will have the scrum or the line out option.
So yeah, you
I
can
think
take
they'd
a
take
line
the
out
scrum.
from there, but yeah.
Not in this wind. You can even take a re-kick, but I've never seen that happen.
You'd never do that.
Ever. So Terrigal have put 4 on the short side there, off 4 on the right-hand side, 2 on the closer side to us. Interesting to see which way they go. Lambert looks like he's about to track field behind, so I think they must be going to the right.
They're stacked on the right, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a move from the 8 and go left, go the short side.
Yeah, so out to Hooper and Lessie out here. It's a nice kick there, so it's about, and that should be a short arm penalty. Yep, Ali Carriage knowing his law there.
Running in that channel, you've got to stay 5 metres.
Here's a stitch up for you. I was 17 years old playing in a semi-final against Avoca, extra time. Standing in the channel, I threw it at him. Sorry, Scotty Thornton. He let it play on, they scored the full field try off it.
Oh,
He didn't understand the law. He rang me back and apologised.
that's
Luckily, we still won in extra time, but was not a happy boy at this oval.
So the 5 metre line's marked. You can't run down in that channel when it's a line out.
He was on the inside,
Yep.
picked it up and ran 80 to score. Probably shouldn't have thrown it, but I wanted the penalty in extra time.
Yeah, risky move in the semi-final.
If you know the law.
Yeah. Well, you're baking on the referees knowing the laws too. Sorry, Stixie.
That was Scott who did that one.
Yeah, well, I'm not bagging out referees, but
But I was glad he rang up and apologised for it. Not many would do that.
no. So line out to Lakes.
55
We don't use that
out.
S word.
Stop talking about me for now. Lakes line out's been good. They haven't been able to get a
It's a
hand on
solid
it
run.
though, like a grab. It just keeps getting battered and finding the ground. Kyle James with the pick and drive. Gets annihilated by Toddy Atkins there. The penalty there for Terrigal not rolling away. Ali Carriage takes a quick tap. Terrigal all back on side now. Passes out
Nice
to Liam
ball.
Baker. Straight over the ball. Terrigal turnover, so look for them to just pin Lakes back in their own half. Oh, another penalty for offside, I believe. Oh no, hands in the ruck.
So I can't see Lakes taking the quick tap. I was taking the.
Probably not a
I
bad
think they
option.
will take
though.
the quick tap. I think.
It's not a bad option to take the 3, but it is very windy where they're kicking from. Here's Mackenzie Zammit. Straight over. Is that Becker's there? Yep. Lakes got numbers out here on the short side if they can get it out early. We're going to the open side
the
to
open side.
Alec Herridge. Alec beats 1, beats 2, still going. Nice offload there to Max Camden. Max Camden pop off the ground to Liam Baker. Liam Baker is close
short.
and he's over.
He's going to be held up. They're claiming it.
She's calling held up. You always got to do a good claim.
Yeah, of course you'll be claiming it.
He's-
And drop it and walk away.
Yeah.
Tell her you got the try.
So that's probably the worst thing for Lakes here, is a scrum. Hopefully they can hold their own
They just
here,
want to hold their
5
own
out.
here.
Yeah.
They're not going to push it over.
Liam Baker's a pretty experienced half. He'll if Kate's not looking, he'll put it in on a good angle, just to help him get that initial ball.
I can see him going right side down to Billy Lambert's wing here.
Yeah.
He's been screaming for it all day.
Billy does scream a lot about nothing most of the time.
The new Scotty Moroney.
So now they're open here. I think they'll go back to the short side. Alec Herridge can usually beat his one-on-one situation, so they've changed the halfback as well. So Sakopi Mayer is on the field, Andrew Gowling is off. It's an early substitution. Sakopi has a lot of experience. Liam Baker passed the ball out to Alec Herridge as we thought. Alec beats 1, beats 2,
He's over.
and he scores.
Great try.
Great player. So 10-all, kick to come. Not a bad tactic there. Load up the right and have your danger man on the left.
So the Arimba side are just coming in. The coaches are coming in. Matt Hopkins still, I think, a little bit bitter about the ruling last week.
Matt Hopkins was at a wedding last week and wasn't at the game. I think his team are bitter on him.
I did see a few Facebook posts alleging
Yes.
the tackle was good.
Touch judge is the main man who calls it, so just get on the decision and go from there. I think the Arimba had a few chances after that to get him, and Lake's defence held on strong in Premier 1. But yeah, bit of a rough call, but
That's
it's
football.
rugby. Yeah, as we said.
So 10-all, Lakes, Terrigal, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Kick to come, and that's fallen off the tee again.
Probably be better just taking a drop kick. Jack Ackhurst there holding the ball. Nice work by him.
Is that a conversion assist? He's poked it, and that's going to fly back. So if any of the first grade players are watching the live stream, like that wind is probably been the same all day. It hasn't really gotten stronger or weaker, but it's still blowing from the Woolly side through to the car park.
Sends it long. Holds up there, Johnny Symington. Nice clearance. Doesn't find touch though. Sakopi Mayer brings the ball back. It's a good run by him. Great tackle by the smaller man, Kyle James.
Okay, 1 minute 20 remaining in the first half, 10-all.
Harry Hughes, short ball there. It's a great run from Jared. Uliesi there. It's a nice turnover to the Lakes.
Referee's called play on.
Zach Christensen, what a leg drive, what a run. Sakopi Mayer straight on the ball there. He's off his feet now. Bit unlucky there not to get the penalty. Really solid contact there from the number 4 from Terrigal. Michael Ahern here, what can he do? Pass the ball out to Alec Herridge. Alec Herridge beats 1, 2. Pushed off the ball and is at a turnover. Nut penalty to Lakes. Kyle James, nice offload there to the hooker. Still going. Mackenzie Zammit.
Oh, good
Mackenzie
hands.
passed the ball to Michael Ahern. Matthew Langhan here with the ball inside to Zachary Christensen.
Great running rugby.
So advantage is over now. Kate's just called Max Camden there. High tackle on him. So Lakes have a full-on penalty.
He's
and
coming
the
from the
halfback
side
is
there,
just
is he?
cleaned up. I think you could take your pick there.
Okay, that's time.
I think they should just
You'd think you'd
kick
go.
for touch. I mean, just tap the ball and hold it in. You wouldn't go
Oh,
scrum.
I think
or
they're going
a
to the
line
shot,
out.
are they?
In this wind, it's a bit of a big call. I know you want to go up, but taking the shot. So Ali Carriage kicking into the wind to put the Lakes in front
What
from
they've
half
got to be careful,
time.
it's not that far out, but they've got to be careful. This may not go the
Yeah,
distance.
26 metres.
This- you'd want to
and
be
the thing
chasing
is,
this.
too, if it doesn't go the distance, be ready to attack, defend.
Reminiscent of a World try this year against Carry On, where Carry On didn't pick up the ball and it's bounced in goal and War come through and scored.
He must be the fastest man to not be offside.
Yeah, I didn't look at the video.
It's about 30
but
metres out, and he
listen-
was there as the ball hit the ground.
Lesson was just catch that football.
Yeah, ground the ball, especially when you're up.
He's going to make the distance.
He nails it. No?
No, it's gone wide and dead. That'll be
Half-time.
finished. Half time. Key off to Terrigal in the second half of the Premier 2 game. Score is 10-all. Lakes Terrigal. Good Kieran kick from the Lakes. That wind is still quite gusty coming from the lakeside through to the car park. Imagine the Lakes will start trying to use this wind.
So underway here in the second half.
Terrigal happy to do a long line out, taking advantage of that. Trying to maul
Terrible
it up.
penalty. I think he's come in from the side, actually. Popo's back on. Mayer here takes a nice snipe from half back. And he's pulled up, so collapsing the maul. Full penalty to Terrigal. I don't think they'll be taking the points. That wind's just too strong. And the ball is
Ball on the car
over,
park.
over in the car park, so don't think it's coming back.
No, we've got a little bit of a few spectators in the back of Utes.
I think that's the
Hopefully
Lakes Colts boys over there. And you ain't getting that ball back if it's my Colts. They're keeping it. It'll be at training on Tuesday.
I'm sure Larry Valenti's will be straight onto that. He has not lost sight of that ball. There's no way he'll let a ball out.
Popo there with a nice strong run.
So a reminder, the winner of this game will go straight through the grand final, 2 weeks at the stadium. The loser back next week.
So what do you think of the top 5 format for first grade? Premier 1. There's a turnover there. Max Camden,
A little bit of break there, a little half break there.
number 17 for the Lakes is
Still down.
Michael Ahern uses that wind well. Straight in the arms of Ulysses.
Yeah, not out, so Terrigal will counter-attack.
The ex-Sarimba winger takes a strong carry there.
Is that oh no! It's
He's
Toddy's
away.
the throw, that's an intercept.
Liam
He'll-
Baker,
He'll go all
he
the
will
way. They
not
won't
catch
catch him.
him
The
from
11's
here.
coming through the winger. They
wait.
will not stop him.
That's a try. So turning defence into attack. Lakes boys are going wild over here. Terrigal bench have suddenly quietened up a bit.
That Lakes player's still down in back play.
Looks like we've got a serious
He's
injury
not-
to him.
He's called for assistance there.
17. Mackenzie Zammit grabbing a rib there. I don't know if it's a stitch either on midfield. Gave someone a high five. He looks all right. He's just buggered.
Scotty Moroney going out in his thongs to the injured player. Must be serious, I think. The Scotty's come on.
I just seen the funniest thing ever at halftime. The touch judge on the far side was outside smoking a durry. He's getting messages in his ear. Get back on the field, we're about to kick off. I'm fine, I'll be there on time. Finished his dart and back there to start.
I think he was worried about these plubbers on that far side. They're
Caught
quite
in the
vicious
sun.
today. Has he made it back? He's back.
He's back, yeah. Just.
Players still down in back play. There's a few medical people
Looks
around
pretty
him.
serious, so we
I
hope
can't
he's okay.
see who it was.
Was the number 17 for
17?
Lakes. It's not Jason Ciccardo. It might be Alec Baker. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's Alec Baker or Josh Harrod.
That conversion was unsuccessful.
So the score is 15-10, the Lakes, 30 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, back to the top 5 question. I did have a few people question why the board were going with the top 5 this year at the start of the season, but I actually think it's been successful.
I think it's good with like the last few years. I think in 2018 the Lakes missed out by a bonus point from 5th spot, and we were coming home with a wet sail, like a really strong team. A few other teams as well, like Avoca come 5th and they got knocked out, so it's sort of proof there that they might not have been good enough to make it, but it's more rugby, gives players a better opportunity as well.
Yeah, but I still think even from 5th, Avoca showed some potential.
Yeah,
they could
did.
have knocked off one of the sides above them.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a massive gap from
Well, it's
1st
just
to
an
5th.
intercept really, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what people doubted, is that the gap from 1st to 5th would be too much and not
And I
worth
think
playing those games.
with a shortened season as well, it sort of
Yeah.
helped out. I don't know if they're going to do it next year. I hope they do.
Yeah, no decision's been made as yet whether we'll go ahead with that.
Good
We're
kick
still,
off there
just
by
still trying to
Harry
get through these final series
Yeah.
with COVID. So
Kyle James hits to Zachary Christensen.
that player coming off looks like a nose or face injury. There's a bit of blood
Yeah,
coming
there's
out.
a fair bit of
Good
blood
player.
there, so glad it's nothing too serious. Michael Ahern, he runs.
Oh, a bit
he
of a
steps
dummy of a
one.
kick, and
Lakes are straight there on the clean up, which is good. So Max Camden takes a hit up here. The Lakes team are a lot smaller, but they still give their all. Pass the ball out to Zachary Christensen. Liam Baker, he's been outstanding today.
that's a good
Jack
run.
Crouch
Could have
over
gone
there.
one more wide there, really.
Jack Burton hit hard there by the defence. Liam Baker's going to send it back to Michael. Nope. Pass it to Kyle James. Little tip on there to Max Camden. Max is by himself there.
Wrecked up by Toddy Atkinson, who's rolled off him.
Penalty there. Is that offside again?
Offside,
Or
Kate's
hard-
calling
yeah,
for that.
Offside.
There's a few Lakes players on the ground still. So our touchies or assistant referees have got flags for Save Our Kids, which is a program run by Lifeline, supporting mental health, which Central Coast Rugby have taken on board this year for all clubs.
Yeah, great initiative there. And that's the thing, if you are seeking help, always reach out. There's always someone who'll be willing to talk.
Yeah, I know a lot of clubs already have jumped on that, and Lifeline are running free
Free
education
information, yeah.
sessions to all the clubs. And we have a tennis player in that tennis complex trying to kick the ball over the... Oh, he's finally got...
Nope.
No, he doesn't got it over.
attempt.
Third attempt. Oh, he's going to throw... No, he
Fourth
can't even throw
attempt,
it.
He can't get it over.
So you won't see that on camera, but
Here
the
we go.
tennis players are trying to throw a ball back
He's doubles
over to the
partner.
field.
He's
The other
doubles
bloke has to go.
partner. He gets it over.
Finally over. As we're back to the footy.
Yeah,
with
back to the rugby.
it's a knock on there
Knock
from the
on
Lakes.
to the Lakes. Terrigal ball. Kopi Mayer with a midfield box kick. Held up in the wind nicely. Alec Harry
Nice
there
take.
takes it well.
And
Straight
wide.
on the attack. Billy Lambert down the side here. He pins the corner. Mackenzie Zammit looks like he's in a bit of trouble there for the Lakes, the prop.
We're taken out by
And the
Terrigal.
super sub from thirds. The kid with the mullet, short socks,
Oh, he's
and
back.
pink boots. He looks like he might be on the field as a prop now.
Is there much crossover from the Lakes third grade and Premier One side to the Lakes second grade side?
In like backing up and stuff
Yeah,
like
backing
that.
up stuff.
So look,
Without stating the obvious.
in the past, there's been like the second grade team. Whenever they're needed, they will come up and play, and that's the same with three. So just like any regular club,
Yeah.
players jump in and out as needed.
Yeah, because the 24 who's warming up now I'm assuming Mackenzie Zammit may come off.
Yeah.
Played for third grade earlier on.
Yeah, played for third
So
grade.
good to see him back him up. Still haven't got him a pair of socks though, Kyle.
Don't know
What's going on
there.
with the Lakes?
I think
They
he's
don't
been
have spare
offered.
socks?
I think he's been offered socks, but he told me earlier that it slows him down. He shaves his legs and also he's got a bit more speed.
Because look at him, he's built for pace.
He's built for comfort. So Joshua Renner is going on. Mackenzie Zammit's coming off.
So and I know Marcho will probably send me a text message. There will be a law. You have to wear socks, don't you?
I think you may. Yeah.
I think it's part of the law. You've got to wear socks. It's part of the uniform.
So Mackenzie Zammit's down. The Lakes Yellow will be hoping he's okay to play in their major semi next week for the grand final.
For a young bloke for the Colts side, he's played really well in this game.
He's held his own for, 50 minutes so far?
Especially coming in a prop.
Yep.
I know last year in the 17s he had some rib injuries and he was strapping and padding up his ribs. So hopefully it's just a niggle of an ongoing injury for him.
Yeah.
He's walking off. He doesn't look too bad. Just a bit of soreness around his rib cage.
He was holding it earlier. You can notice the tape on his shorts over the Terrigal logo. He's currently wearing Terrigal shorts, but he's taped up the logo. That says it all.
That's a true Lakes Colts
Save
gold. We're not saying the S word.
So Lakes penalty here. Is she going to reach for the pocket or give them a warning?
That's Toddy. He's got to press the button.
Zach Christensen here on the attack. He's been dangerous every time he gets the ball. The aerodynamic Josh Renner with the nice clear out there. Jack Croucher, he's met hard by
Big
defence.
tackle.
Great tackle. Max Camden steps. The numbers out here to the right, the Lakes, if they can get the ball out there. Pass the ball to Michael Ahern. Out to danger man, Alec Herridge. Alec Herridge beats one. Great covered tackle there by the number 7.
Lakes 15, Terrigal 10, 23 minutes to play.
Winner straight to the grand final. Jack Croucher there. Great tackle there by Toddy around the legs. Max Camden met hard in defence. Terrible defence is shaping up well here. Jack Ackhurst. Great tackle by Popo there over the ball, sending him back 5 or 6 metres. Lakes have lost about 12 metres when they knocked the ball on, so Terrigal ball 30 out from their own line.
So still plenty of time to go.
Yeah, still anyone's game. It is 3 tries to 1, no conversions for the Lakes. 10 points to Terrigal, 1 try, 1 conversion and a penalty goal.
So this morning already we've had Avoca under 19 straight through the grand final in 2 weeks, and Avoca third grade straight through the grand final in 2 weeks.
Great effort from Avoca. They haven't been in too many grand finals lately. Last year I think the thirds got through in the Colts, but they would be hoping for their second grade to meet them there next week.
Little knock on there. I know Avoca girls are still alive.
Yeah, and the girls are still alive.
They'll
as
play
well.
the loser out of the Hornsby Terrigal game today.
I think Avoca are a really strong club with some really good leaders as well.
I think they've had a bit of a benefit from the league comp not going ahead as well. Certainly in that Colt side.
In saying that, well, hopefully they can hold on to these guys because at the end of the day, rugby's a real winner there, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they're definitely enjoying the social side that rugby brings. You know, playing on a Saturday and...
Who wants to play on a Sunday, have some beers after it and be hungover on a Monday?
And worried about your match payments.
Yeah, and worried about your matches.
And that's not terrible we're talking about.
Kincumber. Oh, high tackle there.
As
John Symington hit around the neck.
Terrigal president Tim Mark down in front of us.
He's going to go, so that's
going to go.
10 in the bin to the centre. So Jared Burt, one slip up with the high tackle, semi-final rugby, you're gone. So he will sit out 10 minutes on the sideline. Alec Carriage with a great kick there. Into the tennis court, nearly smacked the poor bloke in the head.
So this might take another 3 kicks to get this ball back over from the tennis court.
Owen's onto
Hang
it.
on, unless he's practiced his kicking. He's going to have a crack. Oh, he's up.
Wait, is it? It's over on the first go.
First to go.
I wonder if he could kick a goal. Maybe the Lakes can sign him up. They've struggled
Not
today.
after his first 3 kicks last time. Scrappy line out.
Kopi may have taken
Looks
off
like
the
there's a
ball
knock on there from someone, but it's play on.
Zach Christensen knocks
That's
it
a
on, but
knock
there's
on.
still an advantage from the line out. Terrigal a little bit unlucky there.
Yeah, there's not as many people standing around the outside of the field as last week, I don't think. And to be honest, it's blowing a gale and freezing cold, so I would make the effort to stand on the sideline. Well, the oval's looking pretty good.
Yeah, nice and dry. A little bit of rain up here last night, but it's
There
credit
hasn't
to
been a lot of
Wee Wee
football
Oval.
played on these ovals either this year, so there's
Hardly
plenty of grass.
Michael Ahern, pass the ball to Matthew Langan.
Pulled
Alec
up
Carriage
nicely
again.
there. Just running out of room there.
Johnny Symington taking over the sideline. Or was it a forward pass first?
I think just needed to straighten up a bit. He just ran his winger into touch, really, didn't he?
So a line out about, just take the tackle. You don't have to score off every phase. Line out about 6 or 7 metres out to Terrigal. Got a substitution here. Andrew Gowling back on the field. Second rower is coming off, so they'll have a little bit of a shift here. I think he's the second rower. Interesting to see there where they take a second row off and bring a half back on. If Sekope goes into the forward pack, rotation now. So Terrigal bring it down for a maul. Passes it wide, that's a great run there. Some solid contact.
Terrible happy to run it out. Here we go for the kick now. That is a shocking pass. I thought off his leg.
The Lakes players were offside. Sekope Mayo with the quick tap. Nice offload there out to the flanker.
Lakes 15, Terrigal 10, 18 minutes to play.
Macklin Collins there with the hit up. He's been really good today. That's a Sekope Mayer again. Passes the ball. Johnny Symington. Pop pass to Alec Harrods down the sideline. It's got spines on
offload.
it. Johnny Symington again. Good tackle there. Jack
Lakes
Croucher.
reaming up for no arms in that tackle.
He's well offside there. Bit of pushing back play there. Interesting to see if they take the shot here, go up by 8. It'd probably be the smart thing to do, but it is very windy.
Yeah, it's about 18 metres out, probably a bit less.
Yeah. They're taking the tap. They want him here.
They're going to go wide early.
Out to Zach Christensen. Steps Sekope, steps Toddy. Oh, great tackle by Toddy, actually. Turnover ball. I think the wrong option was taken there.
Yeah.
The Terrigal and bench go wild. So Connor Starkey, also featured in the the President Cup match before, looks set to take the field. Not sure who he's replacing. Can't see anyone coming off yet, but Connor Starkey to go on the field. And the aerodynamic boy in pink boots is coming up. So Josh Renner for Connor Starkey.
Is that his cameo appearance?
Yeah, that's his cameo 10 minutes.
He's going to get some socks. I think Kate's called him up and said, mate, you need socks.
Get off the field until you get socks. You can't have a mullet, shaved legs and pink footy boots and be on the field.
No socks.
He is doing anything to find a beer at the moment, I can tell.
I think he's going to put Scotty's thongs on and try playing with them.
Kopi Mayo steals that line out there. And turnover straight to the Lakes. No advantage from the knock-on, so scrum, about 38 out from the Terrigal line. Lakes in attacking position. So Sukopi's packing in it on the side. I'm not sure if he knows how to do that, being a country halfback, but we'll see how he goes.
He's gone blindside flanker.
I'm sure it's a loose bind. Yeah, blindside flanker.
Blindside flanker?
Yeah. Ball out to Michael Ahern, straight to Alec Herridge. Alec bumps off the 10, Harry Hughes, passes the ball.
Nice little offload too.
Ben Garrett down the sideline here. Johnny Symington puts a chip and chase in. He's pushed off the ball.
I don't know if there was a lot in that.
I think he
milked it a
deserves an
little
Oscar.
bit. I think it was a definite milk, but he was hit.
He was hit.
And it's worked for him.
Surprised it's not a card, maybe, because there's another guy already off. Professional foul, but I don't think it was in. I don't think he would have scored. Michael Ahern there, out to Jack Croucher.
It's been the Lakes attacking for the last, 15 minutes.
Terrigal had no ball this
possession.
whole game, really, in the red zone. That's Alec Herridge again.
Lakes 15, Terrigal 10.
Nice offload. Max Camden has
scored a forward, and he's back for a penalty.
And there's another one in the bin
there
for
goes a
Terrigal.
card.
So that's 13
2 in the bin?
on 15. Yep, there's 2 in the bin.
So Lakes will we'll go a tap, won't they? Or a scrum?
Look, it's hard. You're up by 5. Personally, I'd want my team to take the 3 and go up by 8 and then attack playing 13. But they're backing themselves here. They have looked good in attack.
They're going to take the tap.
Zachary Christensen takes another hit up there. He's absolutely belted. Scopey Mayer with a nice chop tackle. Bit of banter there from the Lakes bench with the guy just getting sent off. And a turnover to Terrigal, so that's really good effort by them. They look to clear here.
Bit of pressure valve release there. Billy Lambert cleaning out the back for Lakes. Counter-attack is on. There should be numbers out here somewhere.
Billy Lambert,
We just need to link.
Nice pass there to Kyle James. Kyle James is hit hard by the Terrigal defence. Lakes on the attack inside the Terrigal 22. Kopi May is doing some really good counter-rucking. Max Camden takes a nice straight run. Penalty to Terrigal. So I think those shots could come back to bite them. They could be up by 8 now, possibly 11 with the one they didn't take earlier.
Still 12 minutes to go. Lakes 15, Terrigal 10.
About 1 minute left for the first yellow card. Bit of an average kick.
Not a great kick, but just did it. Kick into the wind, but still not the best kick. So Terrigal girls are warming up. I haven't seen the Hornsby girls as yet. I know that the Hornsby girls have an absolute flyer on their wing. I'm not sure of her name, but if we can get the ball, if they get the ball to her, she will bolt.
She scored 4 tries the last time they played each other, which is a huge achievement. Jessica Nigel, watch out for her when she gets the ball in the ladies' game. She is a flyer. Josh Cotter takes it up the middle, settles it down a bit. If this period with 2 guys off the field, Terrigal can not leak any points, that could take him a long way to winning this game.
Advantage to Terrigal, ball by Lakes there.
Lake's not rolling away, could be another advantage here. We've lost a boot. Ryan Metcalf's boots on the ground.
Didn't get thrown as far as his headgear. That almost cleared the tennis courts.
Macklin Collins for Terrigal, the long-haired flanker, has been everywhere today. Attack, defence, here's Popo.
Good solid run.
A great leg drive there. He's another player
out
with
at
a
the
lot of
back
Premier
there.
1 experience. Short ball
That's
knock
just
on.
miscommunication
Yeah,
there.
another advantage there
Advantage
for...
that. Bit of a let off there, I reckon.
I think this is a Lake's first warning. Next one's going to be a card, I think. So Kate's calling Billy in.
So the
Any more
Terrigal's first
penalties?
player's back on. So they're 14 players now.
14 on 15. So great effort for those 3 minutes to not let any points in with both players off. Terrigal president walking in. Co-president. Is it?
Co-president. There's
Yes.
2 presidents. So 9.5 minutes to go. Lakes 15, Terrigal 10.
Yeah, Terrigal have most of this, the rest of the game with 14 on the field. I think the prop will come back on with about 2 or 3 left.
Nice line out from Terrigal there.
Harry Hughes drops a nice ball under to Hooper. Hooper beats one. Tackled well by Connor Starkey there. Todd Atkins.
Toddy, a little fumble.
He's gone backwards.
Gone backwards. I think that's a let off from Toddy there.
Yeah. It's Macklin again with the ball.
Geez, played well, but hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
There was a little knock
Small
on
knock
there.
on there, yeah.
Just roll forward there.
So Jack Croucher for the Lakes, he's clutching a knee. He missed the grand final last year for the Lakes due to a knee injury, so let's hope some good signs for him and he's okay. Terrigal girls warming up now, and the Hornsby girls starting to head over as well.
Good to see Hornsby first grade and girls.
It's good to see them come down to support them as
Yeah.
well. They're here early enough.
Yeah. It's the first year that Hornsby made finals in any Southern Coast rugby.
Oh, no, last year their ladies made it.
Last year's ladies? made
Yeah,
it?
last year's ladies went down to Woy Woy. But first year they've made round 2.
I should know that. Anyway.
We'll just edit that part out. So 7 minutes here. I think Lakes really want to get some more points on the board if they're to hold on.
Lakes look like a change. Josh Harrod, number 18.
Yeah, coming
the
on for
sideline.
Jack Croucher, the injured player.
He's still down, hasn't moved. So there is no time off in these games. At the moment, there's 7 minutes, 12 seconds left. Yeah, no injury time, so he's up.
Big game for Terrigal in first grade today too. I think they want to be able to go straight through, especially losing to Hornsby earlier in the year. I don't think they'd want to face them again in the semi-finals, especially in a do-or-die match.
Could be a bit of a baggy side.
Yeah. Terrigal play some, Hornsby play some unstructured rugby, and sort of anything can happen.
And I think the Lakes would be a bit disappointed about that finish last week.
Yeah, I think, look, they spoke at training this week just about playing for the full 70 or 80 and not getting complacent. Look, being up 18-0, they thought they had the game won.
Yeah.
And then when it went to 23 to 3, they thought game over here and sort of shut off a little bit. And if Arimba can play the way they did in the last 10 for 80 minutes, I think they'd go close to win the premiership.
That's a bit of a loss for the Lakes.
Yeah.
Having number 5 come
All
off.
in front of the kicker there, but they haven't been pulled back. So that's a great kick here. Look for Terrigal just to send it. He's isolated here, but he gets through one. All the big boys from Terrigal still walking back, and he's away.
That's a great run.
He's away down the
He's inside
sideline.
him. Will he use that?
Hooper there, tackled well by Alec Herridge. I think Alec's been one of the best on the field today by a long way.
Yeah, easy.
Terrigal have numbers out
A
here.
lot of numbers out wide.
Nice long ball out to the new winger who's come in. He puts a kick
Puts
through.
a kick in.
Kyle
Don't know whether
James
that's,
grounds it, but he
happy to
takes it in
ground it.
himself, so it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. On up 22, he didn't take it in himself.
I don't know whether that was the best option. He had numbers out there to support.
Yeah. Especially Lakes have got the wind behind their back. This drop kick from Alec could end up anywhere.
5 points down, 5 minutes to go. I think possession.
Yeah.
Still have a player in the Sydney in Terrigal, so there'd be a couple of minutes left for him remaining.
It's a nice kick
Yeah,
there.
that's gone long.
Little bobble. Avoca Terrigal just about to cross the halfway line. Great tackle by Kyle James. He would weigh about 50 kilos and tackles everything. Kopi Mayer here. Nice fends him off again. His class is coming out in this last 20 minutes as well. Popo with the offload to Hooper. Hooper trips over. Lakes off their feet.
Plenty of support.
Todd Atkins takes it himself. He's very isolated. Great clear out there by Kopi Mayer. Popo takes another strong hit up here. Oh, he's away. Gowling's away and he passes it. I think it was a forward
I thought it went forward.
Yeah, forward pass. Good call, Kate. A fair call.
Just again, a little impatient by Terrigal.
I don't think Terrigal will mind though. Look, their scrum's been dominant all day. They're 8 or 9 metres out. They've got a good chance of winning this year.
3.5 minutes to go. It was a good little phase play by them, but just that last little one just pushed it too much.
So Terrigal here playing without number 8 due to the yellow card. No halfback at the scrum for Terrigal.
Lakes were screaming that out, no halfback.
Surely they could hear that.
Now,
That's,
technically, you have to put a halfback there
you don't have to,
to
play
match
with
it.
in the scrum, but you have to
To have a
halfback
halfback,
there, I
you match it. Yeah.
Marcho can text us some laws. Halfback's back there now. Terrigal back to a full side. The yellow cards come back on.
So back to even.
Back to even, yep. 2 minutes to go. It's a hard call here because you don't want to give Terrigal the ball, but you don't want to knock it on in your own half. So I'm not sure what Lakes will do if they'll clear it or they'll just
Try and run it out, just possession,
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Liam Baker trips over, Terrigal straight onto the ball. Birdo there. There's a little bit of a blue in back.
Lakes running out, they've got
Goes
numbers
wide,
on the right
Matthew
side.
Langhan down the sideline, what's he going to do? Chips the ugliest kick in the history of rugby union. Back to Kopi Mayer, who hits his winger.
That's a good run from a winger.
Terrigal could steal this here.
Probably because he was getting tackled by a winger.
Terrigal score, they want to score under the post.
So semi-final, there will be extra time.
5 minutes each way. Penalty, that's not going to do it for him. I'd say they kick for touch here and go for a driving maul. Or they're going for the quick tap. Cotter with the quick tap. It's another advantage
It was
there.
probably, it should be
Surely
our
he was
advantage,
offside.
yeah. Good defence.
Great tackle. Lakes have got to back it up here.
A minute remaining.
Can Terrigal steal this victory here? They don't want to score on the sideline. That wind is causing havoc.
Oh, the wind's dropped it.
55 seconds.
Could be it. That could be it.
I'd never say never with this Terrigal scrum. 49 seconds. Let's hope the Lakes play fair here and don't take a knee and pretend to be injured.
So Terrigal back to a full pack. All players on.
37 seconds
Will
left.
need to win a tight head scrum
So
here.
even if they clear the ball out here, that's not going to be enough.
Winner goes through to grand final 2 weeks' time.
We're going to see Terrigal with their first loss for the season.
Stay behind the scrum.
17 seconds. In the
Good
final
call
10.
from Caton and
In
scrum
the
there.
final 10. It's been turned over.
There's turnover.
Been turned over. Terrigal.
Could they
Terrigal on
win this at the
attack.
death?
That's full time. We're in injury time now.
They'll play till the ball goes dead or someone scores.
Macklin Collins out for a great run. He deserves a try today. Sukopi Mayer, what's he going to do here? Have
Couple
a
of
pick and
metres
go
out.
himself?
You'd think there'd be pick and go.
Sukopi Mayer with another nice run there. Terrigal just got to play smart.
They have numbers to the left. They have a lot of numbers to the
Huge
left.
numbers to the
If
left.
they use them, and he hasn't thrown it, he's got himself. Is that a try under the post? You have to be called held up.
That's full time. Game
He-
over. Lakes hang on to win.
They had a
Oh,
stack. No,
penalty.
they're going to call
penalty.
They
It's all going
had
on
a
down here.
four-man
Wide,
overlap
wide,
to the
wide.
left.
Bloody backs and not passing the
could've-
ball.
Could have evened it up at the death.
I think he was worried about missing the conversion. So they're going for a scrum here. A few things that could happen here: a pushover or a penalty try.
I think the Lakes might have thought that was it. Certainly the crowd did.
I didn't even see her have her arm up for advantage. Look for Terrigal to go left, I think.
They got numbers to the
It's
left.
probably the best game I've seen in the final series so far this year.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a good game.
The Lakes game was good last week, but only in the last 10. It's a bit of a boring match for the first 60.
The Terrigal need a solid scrum here. Will they try
Look
for a
Kate to put her
pushover?
arm out if
They
there's
get-
any infringements.
They're going to hang it in there as long as they can.
Ball's out.
It's getting
Back in.
close. It's still in. It's still in. Itching forward. I think they're going to have trouble getting the ball out here.
90. Re-scrum. Terrigal get another scrum. We're into injury time here. Can the Lakes hang on?
I know they're moving forward at that point, but it is getting scrappy.
We've lost the audio. I just got a message saying the audio's off. So sorry for the live streaming if you can hear me. This will be in the replay, but we are still commentating.
So
Strong scrum to Terrigal here.
the final hooter has gone.
We're in injury time. That's a bit of an early push there by Terrigal.
If that scrum stops, they'll need to get this ball out.
Ball out. Popo here.
Good defence
Ball.
from Savers.
Hands
There's a
straight
little
on the
knock on
ball.
there.
I think that should be a penalty.
I think lucky to get away with that. That's
Great
coming in.
tackle there. Whoever that was just put their body on the line. Kyle James again, smallest guy on the field, and has not missed a tackle all day. I think Terrigal want to keep it in tight because of that wind. They don't want to go too wide. Passes it wide. Inside ball.
Maybe running
Is that a
too
maul?
high.
That's
Is
a
he going to be held up? They need to
That's a
join
maul.
this.
That's game over. Lakes win. Lakes hold on. What a game.
So Lakes will go straight through to the grand final in 2 weeks' time.
3 grand finals in a row. What an achievement.
Terrigal will be back next week.
That's right. Terrigal Avoca, the Derby.
That'll be a great game next
Try
week
and
in second
keep the
grade.
crowds out. Try and keep the crowds out.
So the next game will be the Premier 1 game.
The ladies.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Don't forget the ladies.
The Premier 2 major semi-final.
What a game. First out.